Hello from the 247 Sports studios here in Nashville, Tennessee. We are busy preparing for a 2-hour transfer portal all access show on the 247 Sports YouTube channel. That's Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be massive. We are releasing our updated and final transfer portal rankings and revealing our all transfer teams. So we're here to get you ready to go for the big show with a little preview. I'm Emily Proud alongside Bud Elliott of the Cover 3 podcast. Bud, I got a big picture question for you. Who's one player that we need to keep our eye out for when these new rankings are released?
Emily, I'm going to go with Denver Harris of LSU. He was a former elite level signee out of high school, signed with Texas A&M, actually played a lot for Texas A&M, got in a little bit of trouble last year, as did a number of guys from that elite recruiting class from A&M. Goes over to LSU. LSU lost a lot of players off last year's team in the defensive secondary. So I think Denver Harris is a guy with elite level upside, and I think he could be a nice riser for us.
All right, looking forward to a bigger discussion on him, but it is hard to discuss the transfer portal without talking about Colorado and what Deion Sanders has done after taking over as head coach. You look at the numbers and it shocks people. 48 portal additions and 56 portal losses. On the outside, those are some massive numbers, unprecedented. We've never seen them. But on the inside, you've been keeping tabs on this player by player. So what surprised you most about the turnover at Colorado?
I think part of it was sort of the bravado with which they went about it, right? Yeah. But the rule allows you to do it. So if you're a first-year head coach, you can essentially cut guys. Now, they get to keep their scholarship if they want to continue to get school at Colorado. But if you want to keep playing, you can go elsewhere. And I think just the belief that they had in themselves to go out and get that many players who seemed to matter was pretty shocking. On a player basis, getting Travis Hunter in obviously is huge. I think Deion Sanders is a good quarterback for them. I like some of their first-level players that they signed. I have some questions about the depth, right? If they get some injuries, especially early, that's not a schedule that's particularly forgiving here, and we'll have to see, were they able to get 46 good players, or do they get like 15 good ones and maybe some questionable? Should they have done quite the level of overhaul that they did? I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see what the short-term effects are and the long-term effects. We're also going to ask the question, will it work? So make sure you tune in to see the answer to that. My final question here is, what is a team maybe that we're not talking enough about? We're talking a lot of Colorado, but what's the team that's really going to benefit from some of the maybe under-the-radar moves they made this offseason?
I'm going to go with Auburn, right? Hugh Freeze takes over on the Plains, has a really difficult schedule year in and year out. You have to play Georgia. You have to play Bama. They went and got two of the better G5 tackles from Tulsa. That's a very hard position to fill in the portal. They get quarterback Peyton Thorne from Michigan State. They get Jair Shorter from North Texas. They get Rogers from Kentucky, a really nice nose guard for them, and a couple other under-the-radar pieces as well for the Tigers. I think that could have a major impact on their season.
We're also going to go conference by conference to see how many new additions are in each conference. Spoiler alert, the Pac-12 takes the cake. What stands out to you about what the Conference of Champions has done in terms of all the turnover we're going to see this upcoming fall?
Emily, just the fact that you could have all of the teams in the Pac-12, all of them, start a transfer quarterback. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, 9 out of 12 last year. I mean, 75%, and we could see 100% new quarterbacks playing for the Pac-12 this year. That is absolutely nuts. Well, make sure that you tune in. Maybe you've tuned out for the offseason. That's completely understandable. We have not, or maybe you tried to keep an eye on all things, but a total of 3,252 players entered the portal this offseason, so it is very tough to keep track of it all, but do not worry, we got you covered. So join me, Bud, Chris Hummer, Carl Reed, Clint Brewster, and more special guests on our Transfer Portal All Access show. You can tune in Wednesday at 1 o'clock on the 247 Sports YouTube channel.